Do not turn away from me now. I am speaking to you with an urgency that cannot wait, because there is no better moment than this one. Something heavy is trying to move into your life, and I am reaching you before it arrives. I am not speaking to frighten you. I am speaking to save you. If you walk away from these words, you may walk straight into what I am trying to keep behind you. Hear me clearly. Danger grows when guidance is ignored. Protection rises when you listen. That is the simple truth beneath everything I will say today. Stay with me, because this is where your safety begins. Right now you feel something inside you. A pull. A stillness telling you not to brush this aside as just another passing message. That feeling is not random. It is the part of you that still hears me, even when your mind is tired and the world is loud. I place that pull in you, and I am using it now to hold your attention. Something is trying to enter your life that does not belong there. It carries confusion, it carries loss, it carries a weight you were never meant to bear. I am standing between you and that moment, calling you to listen carefully so you do not walk into it unaware. This is why I say do not turn away. To ignore my voice is to walk without covering. You have lived through seasons that shook you deeply, when the ground you trusted gave way without warning. I was there. I saw every silent struggle you never spoke aloud, and I heard every prayer you whispered into the dark when you thought no one was listening. I never left you, not even when you turned from me, not even when you forgot how to listen. Now I am asking you to stay, because I am about to guide you away from something that could bring that kind of shaking again, only heavier. If you value your peace, your future, and the people you carry in prayer, remain here and let me speak into your situation. What I reveal is not meant to alarm you. It is meant to prepare you, so you stand firm instead of stumbling into something you could have stepped around. There are paths forming ahead of you even now. Not all of them lead to peace, though some look smooth at the start. You have been close to a decision that seems harmless on the surface, but carries consequences you cannot yet see. I see what you cannot see. I know where every road bends and where it breaks, and I am stepping in to turn you before the turning becomes costly. Listen closely, because your next steps will shape what follows. You are not weak and you are not forgotten, even if you have felt overlooked or grown tired of waiting for change. I chose to speak to you because your heart still listens, and in a world full of noise, that is no small thing. The trouble I speak of is not something you are meant to suffer. It is something you are meant to avoid through attention and obedience. That is why I am here now, not later, not after the damage is done, but now, while there is still time to shift direction. A warning that comes after the fall is only a lament. A warning that comes before the fall is a rescue. Receive this as rescue. There are people near you whose intentions are not fully clear. There are situations that look calm on the surface but carry hidden weight beneath, like deep water moving under still ice. You have sensed this. You felt it and then talked yourself out of it, hoping things would settle on their own. I am telling you plainly, ignoring these signals can open doors you never intended to open. Become aware. Become careful. This is not protection through fear, it is protection through attention. Fear closes the eyes, attention opens them. I am opening your eyes today, so that you see the pit before your foot reaches it. You are not alone in this, even when it feels like you are the only one carrying these thoughts. I am closer than your breath, guiding you step by step, even in the hours you feel nothing at all. Every time you choose to listen instead of rushing forward, you place yourself under protection instead of chaos. Every time you pause at my voice, a trap somewhere ahead loses its power. A shift needs to happen in you, and it begins today. The shift from rushing into decisions toward pausing to seek wisdom. You have been moving quickly, trying to repair what feels broken with your own hands, trying to outrun the ache of uncertainty. I understand your urgency, but hear me. Speed without direction leads to regret. A runner on the wrong road only gets farther from home. When you slow down and listen, I set the right steps in front of you. This is how you move forward without falling, and how the snare is broken before it closes. I am not here to take your freedom. I am here to guard your future. Everything I say flows from love, even when it arrives with weight and fire in it. You matter more than you have been told, and your path holds more purpose than anyone has shown you. That is why I will not stay silent while something gathers against your peace. So stay, listen, let every word find its place in you. There is something unfolding quietly around you. It makes no noise, yet it carries weight enough to shake your peace if you are unaware of it. When you stay with me like this, you are choosing light over confusion, and that choice is already protecting you, even before you understand how.
You have noticed small signs lately, moments that did not sit right, words that lingered in your mind longer than they should have, a heaviness in a room everyone else seemed to ignore.
Those were not accidents, and they were not your imagination. They were warnings your spirit recognized, even while your thoughts tried to dismiss them. I placed that awareness in you for a reason. Trust it instead of brushing it aside. Understand how danger moves. It rarely announces itself loudly. More often it slips in quietly, through decisions made in haste, friendships accepted without discernment, distractions that eat the hours I gave you for better things. I am teaching you to recognize it while it is still small. A fire noticed at the first thread of smoke is easily put out. A fire ignored becomes ruin. There is a pattern that keeps returning in different clothing but the same ending. Things seem steady, then suddenly tilt, and you are left holding pieces, asking how it happened again. I am naming that pattern now so it does not repeat. You were not made to relive the same sorrow in new seasons. You were made to rise above it with the wisdom I supply. When you understand, you move differently. And when you move differently, your future changes. Clarity is the key that opens the lock the cycle has kept you in. There is an influence near you that pulls your decisions slightly off course. Not enough to notice in a day, but enough to matter in a year. Step back and observe before giving it more of your time, energy, or trust. I see the whole field. You see one row. Let my sight guide your steps. You have been carrying a quiet pressure inside you, a sense that something must change, without knowing what or how. That pressure was not sent to crush you. It was sent to wake you. I am opening your eyes so you can turn while turning is still easy. When you listen now, you move by guidance. When you refuse, you are moved later by pain. I want you led, not driven. Distraction will come dressed as importance, insisting it cannot wait. In that moment, a small voice inside you will say, "Pause, think, look again." That voice is mine. It has kept you from more harm than you will ever know this side of eternity. Override it, and you find yourself in places that drain you. Honor it, and you step over pits you never even see. The wise see danger and take refuge. The simple keep going and pay the price. You are stronger than you think, but strength without direction is a horse without a rider. Some struggles can be avoided entirely by one act of listening, one moment of patience, one refusal to rush. True strength bows its head and asks which way to go. There is a door before you shaped like opportunity, promising progress, relief, a way out. But look deeper before you step through it. Not every open door is opened by my hand. Some are tests, some are traps dressed in welcome. Wait. Judge the fruit, not the paint. The right door will not trail confusion behind it. It will bring peace walking beside it. You have been asking for protection and clarity, for some sign you are not facing this alone. This is that answer, though it comes differently than expected. Protection does not always look like comfort. Sometimes it looks like a warning that pulls you away from something you thought you wanted. I am the one who parted waters when there was no way through, who shut the mouths of lions, who walked my servants through fire without the smell of smoke on their clothes. Nothing gathering near your life is hidden from me, and nothing hidden from me can stand against my purpose for you. There is something in your life that needs to be released. It no longer serves your growth, yet you have held on out of habit or fear of the empty space it would leave. It may be a connection, a way of thinking, a routine that feels familiar while it quietly drains you. Letting go is not loss when it protects your peace. It is strength in its purest form. The farmer who prunes the branch is not destroying the tree. He is preparing the harvest. You are not losing. You are making room. What leaves your hands clears the way for what I am sending. You are not being punished, and you have not been singled out for hardship. What you are experiencing is positioning. This is not about fear. It is about alignment. When you align with my voice, you stand firm even while everything around you shifts. There is a weight that has been building slowly in your days. Not heavy enough to stop you, just heavy enough to bend your direction without your notice. It hides in distractions, in sharp reactions, in choices made too quickly without a breath of reflection. Guard the small moments and you guard the whole house. My child, place a portion of what you have, something of real weight, as an offering upon this work, a seed sown in faith, not held back in fear. This is proof that your trust rests in my hand to provide, and that your heart no longer clings to lack. What you release in faith does not leave your life. It moves ahead of you into the harvest I am preparing. When Abraham lifted his eyes on the mountain, the ram was already in the thicket. The provision was in place before the need was visible. It is the same with you. Your part is not to produce the provision. Your part is to keep walking in trust until you reach it. There is someone connected to your life whose spirit does not match the direction I am leading you. This does not make them evil. It makes them misaligned with your assignment. Their presence tilts your decisions a degree at a time, and a single degree, after 1,000 steps, becomes a different destination. Create space. Observe. Guard your heart, for from it flow the springs of life. You were never meant to carry everything alone, though you have learned to be strong and self-reliant. That strength helped you survive hard seasons, but survival and abundance are not the same country, and the road between them is called trust. Pausing to receive direction before you act is where clarity lives. There is a decision ahead that deserves more attention than you plan to give it. It looks simple, but it carries weight that will touch the ones you love too. Approach it with calm and prayer, and details will surface that you would have missed at speed. Details that will point you to the right choice. You have felt a restlessness you cannot fully explain, a quiet discomfort under the surface of ordinary days. That feeling is not confusion. It is a signal. Something is shifting, and you are being called to adjust before the shift arrives in full. Do not numb it. Do not outrun it. Bring it to me, and I will translate it into instruction. Look also at your habits, the things you do without thinking. Some strengthen you. Some quietly pull you away from hearing me. Become aware of what feeds you and what feeds on you. Awareness is the first mercy. Change is the second. A moment is coming when you will be tested, not to break you, but to reveal how well you have listened. You will face a choice that looks familiar, something that had cost you before, wearing different clothes. This time you will see it coming, and that is where your growth will show itself. Not in avoiding every trial, but in choosing differently when the old trial returns. When the pull of the old response rises in you, follow the steadiness we have been building together instead. This is how chains break, not with noise, but with one obedient step. Do not underestimate small nearness to me. A breath of prayer in an ordinary hour, a moment of thanks before you rise, a pause to ask before you answer someone. Transformation is not one great leap. It is 1,000 quiet returns to my presence, and you are already returning. Attend to your thoughts, because not every thought in your mind was born there. Some were planted by old wounds, Some spoken over you by careless mouths years ago, and took root. Some are whispers from the enemy of your soul dressed in your own voice. Slow down and test what you have been believing. Not every thought deserves your trust, and not every feeling deserves your obedience. Filter what you receive, and you protect what you become. I wove a quiet instinct into you, one that senses when something is off before your mind can explain it. There were times you overrode it, hoping to be wrong, and some of your deepest regrets began in exactly those moments. I am strengthening that instinct now. When you feel that inner hesitation, stop, ask, listen. That hesitation is often my hand on your shoulder. There is a situation near you that seems stable but carries tension underneath. A change of tone. A silence where there used to be openness, moments that did not add up. Do not explain these away, but do not react with suspicion either. Respond with attention. What is noticed early can be handled gently. What is ignored grows teeth. Protection is not the removal of every obstacle. It is my guidance through the obstacles in a way that keeps you whole. When you walk in awareness, pressing moments do not rule you. You respond instead of react, consider instead of rush. That shift moves you from being a target to being a watchman on the wall. You have been carrying responsibilities that feel heavy, managing burdens while letting no one see the strain. Cast the weight onto me, for I care for you, and do not drop what I carry. Rest is not neglect of duty. Rest is trust-wearing work clothes. Set your boundaries even where it feels uncomfortable. A boundary is not a wall against people. It is a fence around the garden I planted in you. Keep the fence, and the garden feeds everyone who enters by the gate. You have been surrounded by noise for too long, voices pulling your attention in a dozen directions. I did not speak to my prophet in the wind or the earthquake or the fire. I spoke in a low whisper, and he had to still himself to hear it. It is the same with you. In quiet, clarity grows strong. Guard your attention, the doorway of the soul. Whatever you attend to enters. There are conversations coming soon, carrying more meaning than they seem to at first hearing. Listen not only to what is said, but to what moves in you as it is said. Comfort is not proof of truth, and discomfort is not proof of danger. Ask me for discernment, and I will give it without scolding you for asking. Be careful, too, with what you share and with whom. Not every ear is safe for your dreams. Joseph told his dream to his brothers and found a pit waiting. Some things I show you are for you and me alone until their season. Silence, rightly used, is armor. There is a habit of doubting what you clearly sense, waiting for outside confirmation that rarely comes in time. That hesitation has cost you moments when you could have stepped aside from harm or into blessing. I am building your confidence now. When you sense my leading, you do not need the whole map to take the next step. Trust grows by walking, not by studying the road from a distance. Protect your focus. Not every opportunity deserves your yes. Not every conflict requires your presence. Not every need within reach is an assignment with your name on it. Even my son withdrew to lonely places to pray and did not heal in every town. He moved as the Father directed, nothing more, nothing less. Learn that rhythm, and your strength will always be enough where I send you. Something will soon present itself as urgent, demanding immediate action before you can breathe. Not everything urgent is important, and not everything important arrives with alarm bells. Urgency is often the costume pressure wears to bypass your wisdom. When the push comes, stand still. Calm is not slowness. Calm is command of your own steps. Notice how protection has already been at work around you. Days you were delayed and grumbled at the delay, never seeing what it let pass ahead of you. Doors closed that you pounded on. With grief behind some of them you never had to meet. The timing of all this is not random. You are being prepared just before something tries to enter your life, so it finds you ready instead of surprised. The wise virgins filled their lamps before the shout came at midnight, and when it came they walked in without fear. I am filling your lamp right now. You are learning that my voice has a signature. When something is truly from me, a calm arrives with it, even when the instruction is hard. When something is not from me, a subtle static comes with it, a tension that does not resolve, no matter how you reason with it. Trust these signals, test them against my word, and they will keep you on the path when the fog is thick. There are people who will not understand your path, and their words may plant doubt without meaning any harm. Noah built under a clear sky while neighbors shook their heads, and the rain proved the builder right. Listen to counsel with humility, but let my voice be the deciding one. There is a foundation being laid in you right now, below the surface where no one applauds. Builders spend long months digging down before anything rises up, and every stone set in that unseen ground decides how high the walls can safely climb later. I am building deep in you because I intend to build high. Towers rushed onto shallow footings fall in the first hard wind, and I have never once built you to fall. Remember the desert road. My people walked it between the chains they left and the promise they entered. And the walking itself did the work the promise required. If your current stretch feels dry, it is not because you are lost. It is because some things are only learned where the distractions die away. You are closer to the far edge of this desert than you think. Do not sit down in the sand now. No winter has ever held the ground past its appointed hour. The tree that stands bare in the cold is not dead, it is scheduled. What has gone quiet in you has not been cancelled, it has been dated. And when its hour strikes, no delay of the past will hold it back a single day longer. You are not being pushed through your life by chance. You are being led through it on purpose. A push comes from behind and does not care where you land. A leading walks ahead of you and prepares where you will stand. I go before you. I level the uneven places. I break through gates of bronze when they bar your road. Follow, and you will find every place I promised already holds your name. Feel what is happening inside you as these words settle. A calm is taking root, one that does not depend on your circumstances behaving themselves. It comes from knowing you are aligned, aware, and heard. This calm will become your foundation, the ground you return to whenever the days turn uncertain. You are not the same as you were when my voice first reached you today. Something has shifted, and it cannot be quietly undone. You are seeing more clearly, weighing things more carefully, answering life more intentionally. This is growth, even though it made no sound. The deepest changes rarely announce themselves. They simply begin, and everything after them is different. You used to flee uncertainty, rushing into any decision that promised relief from not knowing. Now you know better. Uncertainty is not an enemy to outrun. It is a room to stand still in until I turn on the light. When you pause inside it instead of bolting, you see what the hurried never see. Not everything deserves your response. Some things are meant to pass by, like weather, requiring nothing but patience. Others are assignments that will wait for their proper hour. When you stop answering everything, you finally have enough left to answer what matters. That is not indifference, that is aim. Alertness will matter in the days just ahead, so keep your lamp trimmed. The trouble I warned you about has not changed its plans, but you have changed your readiness, and readiness decides the outcome. What would have found you distracted will now find you standing. What would have entered unnoticed will now be seen at the gate. This is not fear, it is preparedness, and preparedness wearing peace is the strongest posture a soul can hold. Carry the ones you love into this same covering. Speak my name over them in the quiet. Ask my hedge around their comings and goings. You cannot stand beside them in every moment, but I can, and I do not sleep. Job rose early and prayed over his household continually, and heaven marked it. Your prayers for your loved ones are not scattering into empty air. They are standing orders in my kingdom, and they outlast the day you prayed them. Hold fast to what has been placed in you today. The warning that turned you, the pause that guards you, the discernment that filters what reaches your heart, the boundaries that keep your garden whole, the quiet that lets you hear me. These are not scattered lessons. They are one armor fitted to you piece by piece in this single hour. Wear all of it. The soldier who leaves one strap loose invites the arrow to the gap. When the tested moment comes, and it will come, remember how this felt. You will not need to summon courage from nowhere, because courage is simply the memory of my faithfulness applied to the present hour. Not one promise I made has fallen to the ground. The record is your armor too. Walk forward then, but walk awake. Question the urgent. Honor the quiet signal. Keep short accounts with me, speaking often, hiding nothing. A soul in constant conversation with heaven is nearly impossible to ambush. That is the life I am inviting you into. Not a single rescued moment, but a guarded and guided way of living. Do not fear the future you cannot see. I am already present in it, the way light is already at the end of a tunnel while you are still inside the dark of it. Every day you are walking toward provisions I have stationed, people I have appointed, and places prepared before you asked. The road between here and there holds nothing that you and I together cannot pass, and you will never again walk any part of it without me. Let your heart be still now. The urgency that opened this word has done its work. You stayed. You listened. You received. The danger that required this warning now requires only your obedience. Take the pause. Test the door. Guard the gate. Release what I named. Trust what I promised. Do these, and you will look back on this day as the day the direction of things quietly changed. I am with you when the morning comes, and the day demands more than you think you have. I am with you at midday when the noise is loudest, and the choices crowd in. I am with you at night when the questions circle, and the house goes quiet. There is no hour of yours that I am absent from, no step of yours that I have not gone ahead of. This is not a promise for the strong. It is a promise for the willing. And by staying to the end of this word, you have shown me your willingness. Go now into what remains of this day, covered and not exposed, led and not driven, awake and not wandering. My peace I leave with you, not as the world gives, thin and temporary, but as I give, deep and abiding, stronger than whatever tried to reach you this season. You were warned because you are loved. You are loved because you are mine. And what is mine, I keep. Say, yes, Lord, I am ready to walk forward if you receive this word into your life today.